Long same time, suitcase half packed, head full of plans. Burn coffee on the dash, transcripted tied hands. Seen the corner boys turn prophets with pockets full of sand. Heard 100 fake prayers from people with steady stands. My reflection got questions, I answer in increments. Latex I don't open, some truths come with a distance. Used to be hunger, now it's logistics and limits. Still I pace the hallways when silence does the business. I've been chasing more than money, chasing peace in these streets. Tryna buy back time I lost, tryna heal what the grief keeps. Roll the windows down, let the city speak. If I make it out the maze, I swear I won't repeat. New ceilings, same ceilings, different paint, different view. Private tables, polite smiles, all foreign but half of them true. Chain heavy like the promises I try to prove. Dinner plates empty of trust, conversation move like cues. Bought my mama a mirror, she don't look at herself much. Every win brings another lesson, every laugh got a hush. Champagne on the counter, but the glass falls with regret. I got more friends than answers and more answers than dead. Loyalty tested on corners where cold breath hangs thick. We kept a list of names carved in the trunk of an old stick. Cried at a funeral bench, capo jokes turned to sobs. Prayers from the cheap seats, heaven got a lot of jobs. We split profits with ghosts, we sent flowers with receipts. One phone call changed brothers into strangers in the street. Swore on the old chain and the chain got here, yeah. Trust can't be currency when the market's a deceiver. I don't sing for clout, I sing to catch my own light. If I fall, let it be forward, not another fight for war or bite. Got scars in my ledger, got straps in my lines. If tomorrow's mine, I promise I'ma change the design. Therapist couch to the back seat, both got the same home. I tell my story in clips, but the footage never comes undone. Smoke curls like a question mark, bills fold like our plans. I keep receipts of the nights I thought I held God's hand. Trust is a currency I spend but rarely make change. I write checks with intentions, the bank of me stay strange. Sometimes I count blessings like pennies in a jar. Other times I'm counting losses, wondering who we are. I still wake early, but the hunger's different now. Strategic, building ladders out the rubble. Teach the kids to get it quick. We feed the block with opportunity, not just the stories of pain. Open doors with more than flex, let the heart remain. If I blow up, I split the sky. We're the ones who stay close. Toast to the road dogs, the quiet hearts, the ones who never chose ghosts. Success in a headline is a seat at a table that heals. I carry that weight gentle, turn the hunger into meals. Promises travel light when you mean them, heavy when you don't. I learned to say less loud, keep the paper and a note. If loyalty's a language, I translate with my life. No more speeches for the gram, just the work and the strife. Keep the doors unlocked for the ones who never sold you. Count the wins and bread, not likes, it's worth more than gold, true. I walk forward with my flaws, make the city my proof. If I fall right on the people that raise my roof.
Woke up to a checklist, not a prayer, just numbers. Phone buzz like a heartbeat, city full of slumbers. I've been chasing ceilings, not the ceiling fans, feel the thunder. Paper chasing made me colder, but the gold keep me warmer. Pull up with a plan, wrist right, mine no longer play. Eyes on bigger stage, a little lights, but I'm gon' blaze. Don't miss about overnight, just mornings with no sleep. I invest in a future, watch her past take a backseat. I'm hungry not for food, for the proof, for the proof. Scars look like trophies when I'm trying to tell the truth. Loyal ones stay close, fake ones show they lose. I keep my circle small, keep my heart on the roof. Roll slow through the changes, keep my vision in a booth. Money come and go, but respect is what I move. Used to count the days when rent was a threat. Friends turn statistic, some I can't forget. Mama worked 2 shifts, hope was on a cigarette. I promise I'ma flip it, build a sunrise from death. Therapy and verses, bottles on a windowsill. Taught the ghosts in the mirror, sometimes they talk that real. Angles cut deep, trust a thing I gotta refill. If they here for the glitter, then they here for the cheap thrill. Now it's foreign plates, late flights, different time zone. But the mattress still remembers all the nights I had alone. Success tastes bittersweet when your circle ain't grown. Used to wish for a raise, now I'm trying to raise a home. I got taste, I got style, but I check the bank first. If the day ever flips, shiny stones lay not a verse. Lifestyle different, still the code remain rehearsed. Keep humility in pocket, never let the ego burn. I'm hungry not for food, for the proof, for the proof. Scars look like trophies when I'm trying to tell the truth. Loyal ones stay close, fake ones show they lose. I keep my circle small, keep my heart on the roof. Roll slow through the changes, keep my vision in the booth. Money come and go, but respect is diamond, more than tattoos and slogans. We split bread, split hope, some nights we went broken. I learned to read eyes better than 1,000 tokens. If you cross the line of silence, say what words won't mention. We celebrate when it's low-key, toast with cheap champagne. Protect the block like Alice with a cracked spine and pain. Betrayal cut the closest, let me count the stains. But loyalty's a currency that don't ever drain. Thinking about the ledger when the lights go dim. What I leave is more than change, more than ring. Or some might ask, did you do right by him? I pray the answer echoes in the way I live, not win. I ain't no mortal, just tryna make my mark precise. Balance ambition with a soul that don't compromise. Hit the rebounds early, oh they know I paid the price. Build a name out the ruin, learn to swim through the ice. Sometimes I crave silence, sometimes I crave applause. Sometimes I close my eyes and I admit I'm flawed. But the road keeps calling, every loss become a cause. And the war inside the mirror steady rewrite law. Keep moving regardless, let the story write a man. Daylight break, I keep the plan, I keep the clan. Respect earn slow, you can't rush what you stand. I play the long game, pass the torch with steady hand. Yeah. Woke up with a ledger on the table, ink still wet, I'm able. Let my losses like a lesson, every L turn the cable. Phone blowing like the city when the deal start moving faster. Used to fold my pride in pockets, now my pockets full cheaper plastic. I've been chasing bigger ceilings, not the pretty views they sell. Stacking hours like 8 minutes, gamble fate on one more bell. Breakfast on the dashboard, got ambition in the cup holder. Dreams yelling through the speaker, tell me stay patient, but I'm bolder. Got a blueprint in the glove box, faith taped to the dash. If I slip, I call it tuition, ain't no pity in my past. I move cold with warm intentions, grind got a heartbeat. Counting blessings in my hoodie while the city keep the heat. I can feel the hunger in my bones, won't let go. Money talk but pain, stay louder when the lights low. Run into the sun, find me, I don't fall for the show. If you ride close, if you fail, let me know. I can feel the hunger in my bones, won't let go. Money talk but pain, stay louder when the lights low. Yeah, yeah. Kept receipts of broken promises, they teach you how to trust less. Stayed awake with a back conscious, silence sounded like a judge's chest. My folks worked through winter shifts, I learned to hustle in the hush. Street corners taught me algebra, survival in a rush. Lost a friend to the system, lost another to the streets. Both left foes like missing verses in my unfinished beats. Talk to God through a busted phone, static answer prayer. I traded fancy for some peace, still I flinch at every glare. Smoked out fears with cheap perfume, learned patience from the smoke. When the world pushed hard, I push harder, ain't no joke. Scars line up like passport stamps, each one got a story. I keep my circle like a fortress, guard the gates for my glory. We was broke, but we was building out a roof done right. Checks clear, but they still call my name when the night fight. Keep the real close like jewelry, fake shine in the light. Only take what I can get back, keep my conscience white. We was broke, but we was building out a roof done right. Checks clear, but they still call my name when the night fight. Now the lenses change the angles, cameras on the stair, they show up for the highlights, never see me when I care. Bought a watch, it don't tell time, it just remind me of the climb. Every tick a little witness to the years I paid in crime. I sip slow, celebrate the fights I didn't lose. Bought my mom a little freedom, pay some dues off her shoes. But success carry a lonely weight, ballet ain't a friend. Designer master, tired eyes, but came in what I defend. Penthouse views with chain link hearts, trust sold at the bar. Boardroom greetings, cold claps, polished scars. I keep my winners close, losers farther than a throw. Money teach you how to talk nice, don't teach you how to grow. Loyalty's a currency, spend it only when it's earned. We ain't perfect but we stand, when bridges start to burn. Close ones know the recipes, we cook truth in a pot. Share the silence, split the load, never let each other ride. Had a cousin fade out, came back with empty hands. I gave him more than food that night, gave him plans and stands. Trust is measured in those small things, rise bars, real fights. Not the Instagram confessions or the guest list lights. We keep cold like old soldiers, no traitor get the route. If you claim the fan, be ready when the shadows shout. Loyal like a faded tag, on skin but in the soul. Ain't no flashy handshake, just a promise we uphold. Ain't tryna be profound, just tryna be at peace. Therapy in midnight verses, confessing to release. I still wake up to the echo of the choices that I made. Some were petty, some were righteous, all of them got paid. I pray for better mornings, but I grind through the gray. Balanced ledger of my heart, credits chasing away pain. I picture kids playing in a yard I never had before. Groceries in the pantry, no more standing at the door.
If I die in a hustle, I hope they tell the truth. Remember how I love the real ones, forgave my crooked youth. I want legacy, not leverage, peace more than the praise. One day I hope my shadow rests without the chase. Sometimes quiet feel like victory, sometimes silence scream. Walking through my memories like they ghosts inside a dream. I've been gathering small wins, stitch them tight, don't let them fall. If tomorrow take it all, at least I score before the call. Count the days, not the dollars, that's a lesson I repeat. Keep the circle close, keep my conscience clean. Stay off the feet, stay off the feet.
Chest heavy, metal clink with every step I learned to take. Night air tasted like coin and iron, I move like a dead that came to collect. Eyes wide, cameras blink, I see vultures potting on my silhouette. I put ambition in a bottle, broke the cab, now the city drunk on respect. Tip the noise, I navigate static, every lane's a chessboard I command. Use the code on my collars, ambitious thermometer, that's how I expand. My lungs sore from shouting at fate, but I taught the storm to listen. When the door slammed on my whole life, I put my foot in, made the entrance glisten. They wanna know my count, they wanna know my scars. I show the ledger never lies. Stack the winds high, let the sky collect the shade from my rise. No peace, offer no mercy, sold. I collect what's owed and then I multiply. Success ain't quiet, it's a war drum beating, listen, it's my battle cry. Black ink on white dreams, contract signing, sweat and rage. I flip the script on shortage, now abundance is a sentence, I'm the cage. Money talk but loyalty louder, few voices still cut through this den. I invested in my nerves, just drew the fear, now my account steady grin. Enemies move like ghosts with sharp teeth, I baited traps with patience. Every handshake had a sting of tests, I graded snakes for placement. Luxury tastes better when it's blood so seasoned with the nights I kept awake. Cameras flash, they think it's celebration, that's receipts for every risk I take. Scars map like city streets, each lane tells a story I won't forget. Lost friends to the pivot, found still in the silence, paid my dues and sweat. Success demanded an appetite for danger, I carved out meals from thin air. Now I sit with a crown of thorns, but it's gold and the pressure only made it glad. Dreams used to whisper, now they scream more, this deadline stitched to bones. I learned to smile at betrayal, collect the lesson and flip it into stone. They label me ruthless like it's a sin, I call it necessary heat. When you gamble for the summer, you gotta be ready, turn defeat into retreat. Checks heavy, but my conscience colder, I move like an avalanche on tracks. Build my fortress on broken promises, watch it rise where they try to hack. No lullabies, only battle hymns, success is loud, it never naps. I take what's sold, I break the ledger, leave the doubters counting scraps. I negotiated with hunger, side turns and sweat stained ink at dawn. When a bus, I chose a ascendancy, every foe that stood up got withdrawn. Boardrooms feel like battlegrounds, pen sharper than most blades. I roll margins in the monuments, now they walk past statues I made. Enemies whisper like wind, I harvest rumors in the arsenals. I move in numbers, ghosts and goals, every setback turns transactional. Kids in the block say my name like it's a spell that changes weather. I keep stacks like armor, never stop, sharpening edges on my tether. Legacy ain't a hashtag, it's the echo I leave on every street I cross. I count lessons like trophies, every cost balance with what I bought. Sleep like mind heavy with the calculus, sustain king. They test the throne with petty hands, I remind them what a war ring brings. I ain't soft, I ain't done. This hunger is an engine with no brake. If success is a battlefield, I'm the reason monuments don't break. So press your doubts into the pages, they'll serve as kindling for my fire. I convert every slight to fuel and watch my city raise me higher. No love, no surrender. Success roars and I answer in thunder. Money, power, scars, all the proof that I refuse to go under. I keep walking past the corners where our plans is all in rain. Street light ghosts tracing outlines of a name you don't say no more. Wallet full of receipts for days I thought I couldn't change. Hands cold from carrying credit for someone else's war. I talk to a ceiling fan like it's a preacher trying to cool my head. Counting breaths like they trading comfort for another cigarette. There's a bruise under my laugh that only the night can read. And I move like I'm holding light, but I'm mostly just avoiding the dark. This ache ain't dramatic, it just folds me slow like paper. Creases map the routes I take when courage turns to vapor. I stitch my scenes with honest words and reckless hope.
walking through the static, learning how to cope. Late nights I stack the losses like receipts no one will refund. Pocket lending, no apologies, signatures from people gone. Mama said keep your head, Papa said don't trust the sun. So I learned to make my own one from city lights at dawn. Trust is a currency, I spent too fast on upside promises. Now the pocket's empty, but the lesson's heavy when I promise less. I try to drown the hits with bass and cheaper thrills, but the quiet found me anyway, whispering invoices in my still. Bruises bloom in slow motion like slow-mo film in my chest. I memorize the shadows, try to fold them into my best. Pain writes an invisible ink on the ledger of my days. I'm learning to translate the loss into less of a maze. They told me hustle pays, but it drove my soul in interest. Every handshake got a clause, every smile had a rent. I learned to sound like steel but feel like thrifted cotton. Soft in the scenes where life keeps testing what I'm not. I kept a list of names who left when the lights flicker low, and another list of things I sold just to stay afloat. Fame put a mirror in my room, fame made the mirror louder. Now I'm arguing with reflections like a man who lost his power. Sometimes I barter with my ghost, straight regret for sleep. Sometimes I barter with a verse, keep the cut and cash the beat. There are nights I replay apologies I never meant to give, and mornings when the silence gives me more reasons to live. My chest is a map of small fights, of quiet compromises. I fold the map in half, keep the lines as my disguises. This mirror's honest, even when the camera lies. It shows the tiny cracks where resilience tries to rise. I say sorry to myself for every time I let the cold in, every time I banked on someone else's wind to blow me home again. I practice saying no sometimes to protect, sometimes to mend. Learn that heel scenes can still hold, even if they're not pretend. There's a weight that lives in my jaw when I decide to speak, but words are muscle, now they bend, don't exactly break. I plant seeds in cracks, roots hungry for a better sun. They push through concrete promises that told them they were done. My scars are not trophies, they're topography, a map of work. Guides for the future me, so we won't trip where the past lurks. I move steady, not because the pain left, because I learned to shape how to fold it in a armor that doesn't cut into my fate. If sorrow is a teacher, I'm the student who takes notes and walks home, carrying the grade of every lesson in the pockets of my coat. So I keep pressing forward with my palms full of yesterday, counting wins and breath and measuring miles by the way I stay. No grand reveal, no miracle, just slow rearrange and gain. I'm not cured, just less afraid to say the word and hold the pain. I wake up with a ceiling fan, whispering plans, counting scratches on the paint. Used to sell a dream for 50 cents, now I'm buying time with different stains. Ambition in my pocket, restless like a restless kid with his first taste. I learned to move in silence, fold my pride into the suitcase. Sweat on the collar, diamonds on the dashboard, same hunger, new frame. Paper chasing rituals, still I call my own name when fear came. I've been chasing sunlight through the cracks in my ceiling. Hollow right when the check clears, but I'm feeling like I'm healing. Can't buy the nights I lost, can't fix the faces left behind. So I stack another brick, promise I ain't losing my mind. Tell me where the peace at, I've been knocking on the door. Success tastes cold sometimes, but I keep wanting more. Loyalty's a currency, I spend it on the ones who stayed. Seen brothers turn to strangers over margins in the games they play. We ride through storms with the windows cracked, silent prayers on our breath. Trust built over felonious nights, secrets heavy as a heft. Enemies in tailored suits, friends with the same torn teeth. I keep a circle small like scriptures for the rest like overseas. They flash for the camera, lifestyle like a movie scene. Yeah, penthouse views with the quiet, it's me like a tambourine. I sip slow, count the wins, whenever the price was steep. Got a closet full of trophies, still can't hang up how I sleep.
Reminisce on dusty roads where the cold wind taught my stride. Now the engine hums a different song, but some regrets collide. Funerals taught me math, had the losses subtracted time, yeah. I taught the ghosts and bullet points, they answer in the lines. No hero cape, just a hoodie stained with compromise. I flipped the script when the ledger calls, watch the past apologize, hey. Money ain't a remedy, it's a bandage on a scar, but loyalty's a permanent, can't wash it with the car. I keep running toward a promise that I can't fully see. Eyes on the horizon, but the rearview shows a feet. We all pay for pieces of the dream, some pay with blood and bone. I move like I ain't scared, but sometimes I move alone. If success is a kingdom, I pray I rule with a hand that's clean. Keep my people close, that's all I ever mean. Reflection in the chrome, see a kid who learned to bend. Night builds bridges out of bruises, try to bring the gang in. Slow way to win, but I sit with what I trade. For every smile on the gram, it's a debt that I repay. So I write verses like confessionals, confess my loudest fears. Promise to the ones who held me down, I'm present through the years. Counting bills and memories, both stacking on my shelf. Ambition ain't a solo game, it's a war you fight with self. I choose who rides the wave, who I let kiss the sky. We made it out the mud, but we try not to forget why. If I fall, let it be honest, let my faults be on display. I chase more than money, had to find myself along the way. Keep my name for the ones who show when the power cut the lights. I owe the ones who kept me grounded through the sleepless night.
Lately my mind's been pacing rooms with old receipts and ash, counting every small goodbye like coins that never cash. Went from chasing sunrises to dodging phone calls after midnight. Mama said breathe slow, I learned to hold it till it fights. I got pictures in my pockets that won't stop talking back. Names on the dash, memories ricochet like stacked plaques. Success tastes like nickel-plated silence in a crowded frame. I pay the rent with laughter, but the light don't feel the same. I keep my storms in a paper cup, sip slow when the lights drop. Smile for the camera, then fold my chest like a rooftop. I wear my scars like jewelry, but they rush when it rains. Counting blessings in the dark, just to weigh out all the pain. Can't sleep, the ceiling draws maps of where I used to be. Old friends on the timeline, new demons I don't let it see. Contracts on my table, but there's clauses in my bones. I trade my days like stocks, don't wonder why I'm always alone. Money buys are quiet, but it rents out different goals. Some nights I replay who I was and who I lost the most. The mirrors got receipts, I read them and I look away. Polish my armor up so good the boy inside can't play. Every echo in my chest, got a name that's calling late. I bargain with my conscience, tell it patience over hate. Put my regrets in velvet bags, promise I won't strain. I sleep with open windows to let a little light in the pain. On the freeway I watch till I stitch the past in a red line. Speeding past my better choices like deadlines and deadlines. Anger's a cheap suit that always fits a little too tight. I dress it up, walk out the door, think that makes it right. I pray with my jaw clenched, count breaths like ammunition. Therapy's a stairwell where I pace between decisions. Sometimes I laugh to prove the story still mine to tell. Other times I whisper to the night, confess the parts that fell. Sometimes I replay the argument like it's a favorite track. I press pause and skip ahead, can't stop rewinding back. There was a kid on the couch with my name in his eyes. I promised him the world but taught him how to disguise. Love got clipped by necessity, stitched with hometown threads. I left home for a bigger map and brought inside his threats. Regret is a neighbor that knocks when I forget to lock. We trade small apologies like currency around the block. When the city sleeps I sketch apologies the size of continents. I sign them with my fingerprints and fold them into trinkets. This life is stained glass, like cuts different through the seams. I count my missteps like constellations, trying to read between. I learn to carry lessons like a code. Taste humility and rainwater, let it clean what I forgot. Not looking for redemption like a headline or a crown. Just wanna get my hands back clean enough to hold somebody down. Night pulls his curtain back and shows me who I still can be. I keep practicing forgiveness, starting with a man in me. Oh.
Mama worked 2 jobs, kitchen light till dawn. I learned how to count blessings over crumbs on the lawn. Block talk, I was quiet, heart loud, mind drawn to a ledger of dreams, ink stains on the palm. We pray for Sunday, I pray for karma. Saw faces change quick when the winter turned warmer. Friends turn numbers, numbers turn to armor. I kept my circle small, move slow, got calmer. Cold calls, cold stares, the city made me tough. Lost some angels to the gutter, learn what trust does. I ain't glorified a mess, I just catalog the scars. They applaud my shine, but don't know how deep is the dark. I write like I'm talking to the kid in the mirror. Promises louder than the doubts that was near us. I'm still trying to balance hunger with the fear, yeah. Every play feel heavy when your hands still remember. I've been running for a life that don't like the one I left. Paper, peace, and people, trying to keep the fan blessed. I got scars that glint like ice, lessons in my chest. If success is a blessing, Lord, teach us to do though. Like confession, daydreams in the tape deck. Beat not, head not, remember what was at stake next. Deals on the table, some snakes wrapped in a handshake. Used to sleep on concrete, now the floors got erased. But the phone still buzzes with the same old vulture.